Okay, there are certain elements I have added to this PowerPoint presentation today for new faculty as well, and for the existing faculty, those who are um, basically using Moodle or those who are planning to use Moodle as well. So because I have been told that we have new faculty as well joining in this session. So welcome everyone. Uh, first of all, as a new faculty, we must know this is the grading legend of former Christian college, and the same grading legend is used in Moodle as well. So there's a numeric value to certain quality points and meaning of those numeric values as well. So you can see that, and you must be having this grading legend as well. So there are two types of gradings we follow here, relative and absolute grading. And for absolute, usually I am mostly using absolute grading here, where a letter grade is assigned to a group of points. And in relative grading, usually score fluctuates with the dependent on how students performed compared to the other students as well. So we must know that there are certain instructors are using relative grading system as well. In natural sciences might be, and most of them in humanities, we all are using absolute grading. So this is another example of relative grading. So I just wanted to touch and go. Um, the question is why we use Moodle and why I'm using Moodle from past 4 or 5 years. So number one is it has many benefits, very flexible options for different kind of marks, formats, numericals, alphabetical, whatever you want. Um, Another great thing is that you do not have to do anything. It automatically collects all the marks and grading items from your course page and add them into your grade book. And it allows marks to group, sorted and edited as well. And it allows calculation of totals, weighing of the marks, and it takes care of everything. You do not have to do the laborious task of adding up marks and doing stuff. And it provides history, obviously, for the auditing purposes. But the great thing is it gives students access to look into their grades and how they are performing throughout the course, whether they have submitted something after the due date, or if there are deductions, why there are deductions, etc., etc. So it also allows separation of non-accessible items used as formative feedbacks. And you can add some, obviously, I understand that there are certain activities that you do out of Moodle. So let's say field trips or some case studies or something like that. So you can add those out of Moodle activities in Moodle as well. So the question here is, you may wish to define rubric as well for your assignments, and Moodle allows you to set up a rubric for your assignments, and those assignments will be checked according to that rubric. Definitely, I'll take you through to the process as well with this PowerPoint presentation. So what is the relationship between graded activity and the grade books? First, you have to understand that you have to create certain activities in your grade book. When you create gradable activity within your subject, your grade book automatically creates that space or grading item for that activities grades in the grading book. So as you or the system assign marks within the completed activity, the assigned grades are automatically sent through the gradebook. Let's say you have checked an assignment in your course page, automatically those marks will be added to the gradebook. And the marks for the assignments, marks using the rubric, are using marking guides, because you can use marking guide as well with your assignments. They will also be sent to the gradebook. Similarly, your Turnitin assignments, most of the instructor use Turnitin assignments as well. Those assignments marks will also be shifted to the gradebook. So one thing you have to understand, the default score for each activity in Moodle is 100. but you can update that default score in the assignment settings or the activity setting. How to set up your grade book? For that, you need to go back to your course outlines first, because before your course starts, we develop our course outlines. So first, you have to develop a grading structure. This is my post-grad course, MPhil course, which I am teaching in this semester. So this is my grading structure. Like I have activity and some weightage assigned to that activity, like attendance 10%, assignments 15%, response paper 15%, research proposal 20%, research paper 30%, class participation 5%. So you need to have this structure ready for you before you proceed with your Moodle gradebook. So you have to decide that how much weightage you are going to give to your response papers or assignments or attendance, or if it is a group activity or a field trip or something like that. So these are some categories. So here I'm talking about categories. So so you see here, it's the same grading structure I used on previous slide, you see. And here, you see in red, you I have made this red. Attendance is a grading item. And response paper, because under response paper, I'll have at least 10 to 12 response paper, let's say, because I'm teaching for 12 weeks and every weeks they are going through certain readings. So I will take 12 response papers. So response paper will be a graded category, because under that grading category, there will be graded item. So under the response paper category, I have like 10 grading items, and I have given them certain marks. So the total weightage of this category is 15%, and total marks that are assigned, or the total is 50, because there are 10 response papers, 5% for each, but that will be weighed against 15% of the marks. Class participation is a grading item. Under class participation, I do not have anything like discussion or field trip or something like that. So it's a grading item. Then assignments, it is also a grading category, because under grading, under assignment, I have 5 assignments. And research proposal is a single item that is also grading item. And research paper, which is the final element of their course, that is also a grading item. So here what we learned, we need to have certain grading categories and graded items, because when we'll set up our course grade book, we'll have to look into these categories as well. So here you have to understand the relationship between three things: the graded item, the graded category, and the grade itself. So whatever you are going to do, as you know, if you have used Moodle or you are new on Moodle, you need to turn editing on Moodle. And on the left-hand side in the navigation bar, you'll see graded report. So when you click that, it's a grade. When you click that, it will open up the grader report. That's the main grade book, where you can see gradable items, their grade against students' names and their roll numbers. So here is the screenshot of that. So if you can see at the left-hand side of your navigation menu, there are grades, and when you click it, so it will open a complete grade book. So there are many elements like view, setup, scales, letters, import, export, course grade setting, preference report. But when you need to set up your grade book first time, you need to go to the setup, and you have to click that. So first thing, you will create a grading category or the grade category in order to keep track of graded item. Categories could be workshops, quizzes, assignments, discussions, forums, anything. It could be anything. So category means under a category, there would be certain graded items as well. So when you'll go there, just scroll down a little bit and you'll see two buttons in your grade book. One is add a category, and then second one is add a graded item or add a grade item. So first you need to add a category. So category could be anything: assignments, attendance, quiz, final terms, midterm, response paper, research paper, anything. So you have to give the category name here. I have marked it with the red arrow, and just leave the aggregation to the natural minimum grade 100%. Just leave it the way it is, and then under that you have to add graded item. So item could be moved to graded categories like quiz 1, quiz 2, quiz 3, quiz 4, so on. So all these graded items can be combined under quiz category. So similarly, when you add a graded item, so you have to put it under a separate category. Uh, Definitely, it could be an assignment 1 or assignment 2, and it will come under the parent category of assignments. So you have to decide the parent category as well. So so when you'll add category graded items under categories, you'll see your grade book just like that. So here I will open my grade book in a moment, and I'll show you that how these categories work. So then obviously some of our instructors, they do certain activities that are out of the class, and that are out of the Moodle. It is not possible to grade them in the Moodle, because in Moodle you have to submit something and then you have to grade it on the basis of some rubric or on the basis of some criteria you have already defined. So obviously you can import grades from your Excel sheet as well. So that's why I always ask instructors to use Excel sheet side by side, because it's a good strategy. You should not only use Moodle Gradebook, because there are certain elements which you are doing out of the Moodle as well. So in my courses, I always use um, Moodle as well, and I always develop an Excel sheet for my course as well. There is another Excel sheet which I'll share at the end of this session as well, which is developed by probably computer sciences department some 5-6 years back. That is a great Excel sheet to use for your courses as well. So it has many elements in it. It automatically assign weights. It automatically calculates your grades and everything. So that is very popular grading Excel sheet that is available at FC College. And I guess computer sciences department has developed it. So let me open my Moodle for you, and I will show you my course, that how I have developed my course. Here it is. So if you see here, I have my grade book here. So let me log into that. Okay, so as I told you, in grade, when you click it, you'll reach graders report. So here is my MPhil class. So you can see all the students, their roll numbers. And if I'll navigate it to my right, you'll see all of my response papers, response paper 3, response paper um, 2, 1, then assignment section, and then after assignment section, attendance section, which is empty at the moment. I'll actually do the calculation at the end of my semester. Research paper, which will be submitted at the end of the semester. Class participation, which will be done at the end of the semester. Research proposal, and ungraded. There is a category ungraded as well. So I'll let you know why I have kept this category. So when you set up your gradebook, just go to the setup. So here you can see there are many elements. Can you see this grade setup and gradebook setup? So here, this is the name of my course, Research Methods, Section A. And my first category is response paper, 15%. So when I created this category from here, let's say, add a category. So I give the name of my category here. And what I did, I write 15% right front of my category as well. It is important to write percentage of that category because your students should know that how much weight is assigned to this activity or this portion of gradebook. So they exactly know that we'll be doing like certain research paper or response papers, and the percentage to those response papers is 15%. Then response paper total 15%, it's 15. Assignments, again I have written 15%, and there are certain assignments that are um, under that category. So here you can see there are, up till now my students have done like 4 assignments of 5 marks of each, and that's like 25% of the total. Each assignment carries 25% of the total, 15%. So with the passage of time, when I'll increase more assignments, like I'll add more assignment 5, 6, 7, 8. So here numbers will automatically change. So you do not need to worry about these numbers as well. Here the weights are assigned by you, like 5 marks, 5%, you have assigned it. So what you have to do, you have to worry about this percentage here. So you can increase or decrease this percentage if you want. So you'll click it, and here you can increase, or let's say I want to make it 10%. So it will be 10%. So if I'll save it, so it will automatically recalculate everything. So I'm not going to do it at the moment because I want to keep it the way it is. So similarly, down below, there is attendance 15%. At the moment, you do not see anything below the attendance because I haven't added anything. Research paper 30%, that is another category, and you are not seeing anything under that category because I just started this course, and I'm still progressing with this course. Class participation 5%, research proposal 20%, and ungraded item as well. So I haven't attached any percentage or weight to this category because sometimes in your classes there are certain ungraded items as well. So you can add them in your grade book, but you can assign it zero weightage. Then there is a test assignment which I have created for you. Um, that is a separate graded item. It's not under any graded activity. That is a test assignment. Then you can add here an extra credit as well, because sometimes you can give extra credit to your students. So in that case, you can add a category and you can just give it extra credit, save, continue, and it will appear here like extra category. So sometimes when we are, let's say, we haven't set the grade book, and we have given most of you probably have given like 3 or 4 assignments on Moodle to your students, and you haven't set up your grade book yet. When you open your grade book, you won't see categories here, but you see all those graded items appearing here. So you can set your grade book later as well. You create uh, grading categories, and under those grading categories, you can add these grading items. Let's say I want to move this response paper to some other category. Let's say I want to move it under the assignment. So let me do that. So it's very easy. So now this response paper is moved under that assignment, but I do not want it here. I will move it back to under response papers. So again, I'll click this arrow and it will open up editing. So I will move it under the response paper again. So because it's my response paper graded item. So so here you can see, like I have attached 15% weightage to my response paper, and Moodle divided automatically 33.333% to the each response paper. So if I'll add another response paper here, so this calculation will change. So you do not need to worry about this calculation. Coming back to the total of this, so up till now, I have added almost 35% of the total course. The graded items I have added, they weigh like 35% of the total course. Some other settings as well. Let's say about importing some out of Moodle activities, how to import those out of Moodle activities. I'll come back to my PowerPoint. And so obviously, you have certain activities that are out of Moodle. So what you have to do, like these are the activities that are offline, and these are the online activities that are added in the Moodle. So what you have to do, you have to import your data into Moodle. So it's very easy. That's why I have asked you that keep track of your gradebook in Excel as well. So simultaneously, you are developing your gradebook in Excel and in Moodle as well, because some activities that are out of the Moodle that should be having an Excel file. So what you have to do, you have to go into the import section and then paste from the spreadsheet. So how you are going to do that? For that, you need to have uh, email addresses of your students, the FC College email addresses, because they are registered in Moodle with their FC College email ID. So in the data, your email addresses of your students should be included, and the name of the activity should be included as well, like activity 0, 1, 2, 3. And same is the case, you will create these activities in Moodle. So let's say you create a category which says out of Moodle assignments. So under that category, you will create graded items like activity 0, activity 1, activity 2, activity 3. And the same is created in your Excel sheet. So because for the mapping, it is important because Moodle do not know how to import the data from Excel sheet. So for mapping, data in Moodle, data structure in Moodle and data in your Excel sheet should be the same. So fields should be same. So moving a little bit forward, how to import it. So here you see identify user by map from or map to. So if you see here, map from email and map to email. So data name in the Moodle will be the email address, and data name in Excel sheet will be from the email address. So when you'll upload that file, it will automatically, here are the data columns in Excel, and here are the data columns in your Moodle as well. So they should match exactly. And then you will upload the grades. So it will automatically upload in your Moodle gradebook as well. Another thing, I know it's too much overwhelming to do all this, but still some advanced grading options with the rubric. So most of us actually use rubric for our assignments, and I also use rubric for my different assignments. So I'll show you one rubric for my MPhil class. So if you can see, this is a rubric for one of my assignment. Like there is a criteria, and then there are certain weights and remarks like excellent 1 mark, and the criteria is research question and hypothesis, variables and measurements, sample design, data collection analysis plan, and ethical considerations. So I have attached certain criteria and certain marks and remarks as well. So this is what you develop in advance with your course outlines when you are deciding on your assignments. So same rubric in the same way you will develop in Moodle as well if you want to check your assignments with a rubric. So how you will do that, I'll take you through that. First, when you create an assignment in your course, you have to look into the grading method as well. There you will select rubric. And how you will do that, I'll show you in a minute. So here it is. So when I go to my course, and it's a test assignment which I have created here for you. So see, okay, so this is the rubric already created for this assignment. It's the same rubric you have just seen on my PowerPoint presentation. So how I have created it, I'll go into the edit settings because the assignment has already been developed. So I will not develop the assignment. So let's see, this is the assignment I'm developing for my students. So I'll say the display description on the course. So here is availability of the assignment, all the stuff that what is the due date and what is the cutoff date. So when you go to the grade, you'll add maximum grade is 5%. So here grading method, you can have simple direct grading as well, or you will have marking guide as well. So I'll go simple direct grading just to show you the grade. And unfortunately it's Moodle is stuck. I refresh it. Just bear with me. Okay. So I'll go into the grade again, and it's rubric. And can you see here grade category? So because this is a test assignment, so I haven't placed this graded item into any category. So when I'll click it, and because I have created different categories in my Moodle Gradebook, so it will show me different categories. So if you can see here, assignment 15%, attendance is 10%, class participation 5%, and so on. Ungraded research paper 13%. So if you want to put this assignment under some category, you can put it. So I'm not going to put it because this is a test assignment that is not part of my course. So let me show you how the rubric will open right in front of you. So here, simple direct grading, I'll go to that, and then I'll go again to the rubric. Now I'll add it again, and I'll show you. Now I have selected rubric here. Here I'm going to select rubric. So now I want to use a rubric. So when I'll go to that assignment, it will show the rubric here. So when you are going to mark the assignment, so let's say I want to grade one assignment. I have submitted an assignment by myself. So here it is open, that assignment. So I can mark this assignment according to the rubric I have already developed. That's about rubric. Again, a small thing, any activity you want to, graded activity you want to add to gradebook. So you will directly go to your respective week. For that, you need to turn the editing on. for anything you add into the gradebook, and add activity or resource. So here I'll add activity or resource, and you'll have all the resources and activities open up here. So you can add anything: attendance, assignments, database, anything. So coming back to the gradebook again, how you can download grades and how it will look like. So you'll go to the export. All right. So when you go to the export option, you'll see here certain elements to be included in the gradebook or in your download file. You can select all, select none. It's up to you. Format options, you can have that format option. Like I want my grade export display type like real, percentage, and letter as well. So I will download it. So here my report is downloaded. So I'll show you in a minute. It's very easy. So here it is. So probably you can see this report here. So assignment wise, it is giving percentage as well, and it's grading, it's giving a grade as well against that assignment. So these are the names of my students, their emails, and their assignments and all the activities. So for every assignment, it is giving percentage as well, marks as well, and grade for that assignment as well. So you can see that. So all these assignments that are empty, they are not still basically attempted by my students at the moment because I am just middle of my course. So these research proposal attendance, all these elements are blank at the moment. So with the progress of this course, everything will be filled out. And here it will show like course total, like A or minus, B plus, F or B minus or C plus or whatever grade they have got. So in that way, you can download your gradebook as well. So it's a very good resource. So you can share the gradebook with your students as well. And similarly, uh, when you go to the gradebook and you, let me show you again, your students can see their grades as well. So if you go to the view, user report. So this is me as a user. So here, when you change the user report, let's say I want to have this student, see that how she will see her report. So her grading report will look like this. So most of the time we see a lot of students coming into our offices to know that how they have scored on a certain assignment or a certain research paper or a graded activity, and all the time they are coming and knocking at our door for their marks. In this case, they'll be able to see their report completely. Secondly, if you have given some remarks as well, the remarks will also be visible to the students as well. So it's a great resource for the students as well as for the instructors to use, and it's very easy. There are certain elements in the Moodle gradebook that are basically in the as we use them as a default. So because ITS has worked tirelessly on the gradebook, and I believe we do not have to do a lot of stuff in the gradebook. We just need to understand the basic composition of the gradebook. So basic composition of gradebook is that you have certain activities, and all those activities are basically either graded items or graded categories, and you assign weight to them. And when you make any assignment or any graded activity in your course, you make sure that graded activity shows up under that grading category. Or if it is an independent graded item, then it's fine. But if it is under a category, it should show up under that category. So rest of the things will be taken care by the Moodle automatically, like doing the calculation and assigning a letter grade to your assignments and your courses. So everything will be done to the Moodle. So the interface and the functionality is quite easy. It looks very difficult somehow. A lot of people told me that it looks very difficult, but it is not a difficult thing. So you just need to understand these two things, like categories and assigning weights to different items as well. So that's pretty much it from my side. And Gohar, I'm open for questions and anything if you have any confusion regarding this.
Thank you so much, sir. You're all requested to please state your question in the chat box. We have a question from Ms. Mavish Batul from the Mass Communication Department. So how should we submit attendance marks on Moodle? Like, is there any way to import attendance data from Empower to Moodle?
Well, that's why I have said that you should develop your Excel sheet as well. There are two ways to do that. So if you see here in the course, uh, let's say you want to have an activity here, so you can have attendance with every session as well. So you can create attendance and attach marks to your attendance as well. But because we take attendance on Empower, so I don't think so that you can actually do anything great with the Empower attendance, and you can actually put it into Moodle. But you can have, let's say, if you have developed a criteria for attendance and you have graded your students in Excel, so then you can actually import the Excel sheet in Moodle. Empower and Moodle, these are two separate entities, what I believe and what I have understood over the period of time. These are two separate entities. So maybe in the longer run, we can develop some linkage between them, that whatever we are doing on Moodle, that automatically shifts to Empower. Because whatever you need to do in Empower, that is a manual thing. You cannot upload anything in Empower, though you can upload things in Moodle through comma separated values or through Excel sheet. But I don't think so Empower allows us to upload grade directly from the Moodle. Or yes, we can download their attendance in PDF format from Empower. But again, I would recommend that you calculate attendance marks in Excel sheet and then upload them in your Moodle account or Moodle Gradebook.
I would also like to request Mr. Sean Paul and Ms. Rafia, if you would like to share some light on this. And meanwhile, I will launch the polling as well. So you're all requested to please respond to that.
Hello, everyone. So glad to hear that. And Dr. Adil is saying the right thing. We cannot upload directly to Empower as it has some restrictions implemented on Empower. And the Moodle, you just need, you can extract the information from the Moodle regarding the gradebook. Even you can assign your all grades. For example, if you are saying that A, B, C, whatever student is getting it, you can upload, you can see on the grades, but you can't upload on Empower directly.
Thank you, Ms. Rafia. Moving on, we have a question from Ms. Ifat Said, who's basically with us at the CLT conference room. She's asking, is the viewing option specific to the student concerned, or is it open for all the class?
No, I don't think so, because when Moodle, when students log into the Moodle, they log in from their account. So they can only view their grading report. They cannot view anyone else's grading report. So they can only view there, and you can control as well that whether they should see their letter grade, whether they should see percentages as well, or they should simply see the marks they have got. So you can control everything that what they are going to see. So that's what you can do into settings as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much, sir. Do we have any other questions or comments? I request all participants to please respond to the
Okay,
poll.
I'm with that, I'm sharing another thing here, which I talked recently. That is basically, can you see this, Gohar? Can you see this Excel sheet, the grading
Uh,
Excel sheet?
Not right now. I can see your Moodle
Let,
account.
let me let me share it again. This
Thank you.
is a great resource I have got. Though I have developed my own Excel sheet as well, but this one is developed by computer sciences department, if I'm not wrong. And I got it from Dr. Sufyan as well, and he showed this Excel sheet in a training as well. So this is a good if you want this. So you can actually adapt this Excel sheet, and
It's visible now.
you can actually edit it for your courses as well. So it will do all the calculation and everything for your courses. So I'll share it with Gohar as well. Gohar can send it to you. This is a good resource. Or you, if you are good with the formulas or numerics in Excel, so you can develop your own as well. But a good strategy for using Moodle is do not only rely on Moodle, develop your Excel sheet for your results as well side by side. A lot of people will say that this is a laborious job that you are doing two things, but obviously you need to keep track of other activities as well that you are doing out of Moodle. So for that, Excel is good.
Thank you so much, sir. Do we have any other comments? Could you please share? Yes, we will share the sheet, Excel sheet with you. And do we have any other comments or questions? Dr. Roxana, would you like to add?
Thank you so much. I think, Dale, you covered it all, and I think Rafia clarified this is a constant question that keeps coming up. And I wonder, Rafia, if there's a way to make some connection between Empower and Moodle for the sake of importing the attendance. So I guess that should be very helpful. But for now, I see that we don't have any new questions. Thank you so much, Adil. You
Thank you very
really
much.
seem to have a good grasp of Moodle, and Gradebook is kind of tricky. And thank you so much for working along with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. We end the session.
Thank you.